All right, bear with me, everybody. There's my cheat sheet. Can everybody see it? All right, I'm going to leave the lines open for a little bit because we're going to kind of start things off a little bit differently this morning. And so here we are. Welcome, everyone, to our business success training. It is a beautiful sunny Saturday, August 26, 2017, here in St. Louis, Missouri. We are in the heart of the Relive territory here. My name is Ron McCain. I'm a presidential director with Relive International, and I've been with the company since before the company was a company, I guess you could say. I had the opportunity as a young man to become involved with Relive when it was just an idea in Bob and Sandy's minds. And I remember talking to them about it at the dinner table, and we had seen personally how the products had made such a huge difference in our lives. We were fortunate enough to be able to start taking these products in the early 80s when Bob met Dr. Kalogris, and because of that, Bob saw an opportunity to start a business, and it has been a fantastic ride. We're now in 16 countries and all over the world. We've changed thousands and hundreds of thousands of lives because of the incredible products that we have and the business that's offered. And we're excited to be able to share that with you this morning. I've been, like I said, with Relive, for over 20 years now, about 22 years now. 19 of those were spent in the corporate offices. About 2.5, 3 years ago, we had an opportunity to become distributors, and my sweetheart and I jumped at that and have enjoyed every minute of it since. And, I was talking a little bit earlier this morning about the fact that our grandbabies are here with us. And, if you've got there aren't very many people that can do those kinds of things because of the obligations that they have with work or travel. And Relive has given us the opportunity to be in charge of our own time and to spend it where we want to spend it doing the things that are important to us. And family is exactly that. So with that, I'm going to leave the lines open, and I'm going to start this morning with the question why. And this is why I've left the lines open, because I want to hear a little bit from those of you that are out there. I know that many of you are in that East Coast time frame. It's early in the morning on a Saturday, and I said East Coast, West Coast. It's early Saturday morning there, and the sun's coming up, and the birds are chirping, and there are a lot of places that you could be, a lot of things that you could be doing other than sitting here at a Relive training for business leaders. And I'm just interested to hear from some of you why you made the choice to be here instead of sleeping in or mowing your grass or going to the park.
Ron?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Louise in Washington. I thought I'd answer your question.
Go for
it. You were talking about being grandparent, and I am a grandparent. But what has really struck me probably over the last year is my why has changed from when I first started in the business of wanting just $400 to being, I really want to matter. I want to make a difference, because at the end of my time, I want that dash on my gravestone to mean something, and to be known for my passion, to be known for having made a difference, for having mattered. And that is what drives me, because this is the vehicle that has made that difference.
That's fantastic. Making a difference. That's a great why. Great why. Anybody else like to share this morning? Come on. I know there's a couple more of you that have really cool whys.
Hey, Ron. It's Robert.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. When I think of why I do Relive, it really comes down to freedom to do what I want to do and what I need to do. And some of that is fun, and some of that is the moral obligation of who we are and where we're from and what we can do. And so some of it is being free to live the life we want, and some of it is being free to help kids like the Cloguris kids live any kind of a life. And as I boiled it down, freedom has always come back to that word.
That's fantastic. And you know, you and Lauren have had the opportunity to see firsthand what that Cloguris Foundation can do, and what a fantastic why, you know, that the ability to, I loved your words, you know, moral obligation. That's a beautiful thing. And the fact that there is a company like Relive that gives us the opportunity to do more than just live a life, but to exercise that and that moral obligation and improve the world around us is a fantastic why. I love it. Anybody else?
Hey, Ron, it's Quila. You know, Jim and I have been doing this for nearly 26 years, every Saturday. And, you know, you'd think, okay, why, you know, we're on training because it's what we do. Relive is not, it's not just something that we, you know, do it if maybe it's convenient, but Relive is a part of us. We have an incredible income, and as we sustain that income, we do training, and that's just what we do. I mean, there are things that I need to do, but I plan my day and we do training. And it's just one of those things that, and I don't know if I'm making sense on how to explain this, but when you build your business and you get it started, you don't do training, you know, like I remember a long time ago, someone asked a question, well, how long do you have to do these? And the answer is it's, you know, until you fall in love with it, because it shouldn't be something that, well, we could be doing other things. We're doing this because it's what we do, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. You have that commitment level to build a business and to affect thousands of lives because of that. And you're a big reason why I'm here, Twyla, believe it or not. So it's your fault that we're doing this.
Well, good.
All right, so the lines really are, we're not getting really any feedback, so I'm just going to leave the lines open as we go through this. I like participatory presentations, and I will warn you up front, I like to move kind of quickly because I believe that what we do is easy. And it's maybe easy is not the right word, my apologies. It's simple. There's a program, there's a system that Relive has that makes building a business and improving lives simple. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning. All right. So let's start off by just going over and talking about the compensation plan. You know, as business builders and as leaders, it's important for us to make sure that we understand how the compensation plan works. There is a lot of power in that. And it can take a little time to be proficient at that. And but the more that you do it, the more you expose yourself to the compensation plan, the easier it gets, and the more it just becomes a part of your conversation. And when you're sharing Relive with people, so the Relive opportunity is really something in the business world that has tremendous upside, because it has a very low startup cost, especially compared to the income potential that it provides. And if you wanted to go out and, for example, start a Chick-fil-A franchise, how much do you think that would cost you? And it would probably cost a little more than, you know, $44,000. And would the product that you provided improve people's lives? Would it give them an opportunity to grow? Well, yeah, it would give them an opportunity to grow, I guess, but not in the ways that we should be. So the Relive opportunity has a very low startup cost compared to other franchises and businesses that are out there. And the upside potential is tremendous compared to the others. And it is a 100% no-risk opportunity. You know, Relive has a 100% buyback guarantee for business builders. You get to work when you want, and you get to work where you want. Right now I'm working in my home, talking to people all over the country about this fantastic opportunity that is Relive. You know, who gets to do that? And you don't really have a boss. You don't have employees. You become a part of a team. You become a part of a movement that really change the world. So there are 5 ways to make money with Relive, and we're going to review each of those briefly this morning. They are retail profit, wholesale profit, overrides, cash bonuses and trips, and finally, the ambassador program. So retail profit is exactly what people perceive a business to operate under from a profitability standpoint. That's if I sell something, I make money. I'm buying it less than I'm selling it for, so I make money. And with Relive, you have the opportunity to choose what that profit level is, anywhere from 10 to 40%. So, Relive is food. It's food that everyone should be taking. It's the best food that's on the market. And so that means that your market is unlimited. Everybody can participate in it. So when you retail product to your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, the people that you meet, you're going to earn between 10 and 40% on that sale. Now, if you retailed, let's say, $100 worth of profit, that means that you're going to make between $10 and $40. And that profit is determined on where you are in the business and where you choose to get started. So the wholesale profit side of things is really, if you kind of compare it to a franchise, is when you start maybe help someone start a second business and they pay you a little bit to help them get moving. And wholesale profits range between 10 and 35%. And as you sponsor people into the business, you can increase your volume and that will increase your profit. So if someone came in at 10% and you're at that 40% master affiliate level, which really, if you're in business, is the place to be because you earn the maximum amount of income for the same amount of work. And if I go mow a yard, why would I want to get paid $10 to do that when I could make $30 to do that, right? So that master affiliate level is absolutely the best place to be from a profitability standpoint. So as you bring people into the business, let's say you visit with your neighbor and they decide to do a quick start, you're going to earn 25% on any business. You're going to earn 15% on any business that they generate. And as they grow to that 30 and 35% level, you will earn less from a percentage standpoint, but the volume that they're generating will give you a greater income opportunity. So that's wholesale profits. Now, master affiliate is where you really unlock the magic of the Relive compensation plan because it allows you to earn residual income. And like, excuse me, like we said, Relive products are, excuse me, absolutely for everyone. I got a little fiber store stuck in my throat. Anybody ever had that happen? So these Relive products are absolutely, we got somebody going on. Oh, there it goes. Absolutely for everyone, and people will consume these products month after month after month. That's a beautiful thing in our business. We're not selling television sets. We're not selling satellite dishes. We're not selling something that somebody's only going to buy every 4 or 5 years. We're selling something that somebody needs to take, and I emphasize that word needs, to take every month. And so that creates repeat and a very impressive repeat business for you. And then as they consume more and more of that product and you get more and more people in your organization and others join you at that master affiliate level, the overrides become an unlimited residual income potential. So we've got bills that come up every month. Why wouldn't we want an income that comes in every month? So let's just talk briefly about how these overrides are calculated on the business that we generate. So Quila is a master affiliate. And Quila goes out and she helps Susan get into the business. Susan lives across the street. And Susan goes out and helps Jim get in the business. Jim lives down in Texas. Jim bumps into Wendy and helps her get into the business. Wendy finds Maria and Maria finds Bill. So Relive is going to pay you on those 5 levels based on the volume that's generated at each level. 8% on that first level, 6 on the second, 4 on the third, 3 on the fourth, and 2 on the 5th level. Okay? So here's really where the power of multiplication takes over from that compensation plan standpoint. Let's say that Quila has 3 people that she's helped reach that master affiliate level. And each of them are doing about $2,000 worth of volume each month in their business volume. And that's not a lot when you think about it. If you've got 5 or 10 people that are customers and 5 or 10 people that have joined you in the business as quick starts, you can easily easily do $2,000 a month. We see it happen over and over and over again. That is what we call a healthy master affiliate. They have a good customer base, a good wholesale base, and that's generating about $2,000 a month in volume. Well, what that means is that 8% Relive, that totals $6,000 worth of volume, and at 8% Relive is going to pay Quila $480 a month. Now, that doesn't include any wholesale or retail profit that she's making. Let me tell you, as a dad, let's say the wholesale and retail profit that Quila is earning is another $300 or $400 a month. That's $900 a month that's being earned by Quila with those 3 frontline master affiliates and her healthy master affiliate distributorship. That will put a kid through college. I know that because I've got 2 that are going right now. Do you think that'll make a difference in someone's life? But let's just show you the magic of what happens when you multiply that. Let's say each of those 3 master affiliates go out and find their own 3 master affiliates. That means that there's 18,000 in volume now on that second level. At 6%, that's $1,080 plus the $480 from the first level, $1,600 plus my wholesale and retail profit. That's going to bring a mother or a father home. That's going to give families an opportunity to eliminate debt and save for college and keep food on the table and give time freedom back to that family. But it gets even better. Those 3 go out and get 3. That's 27 people on the third level of 54,000 in volume. At 4% is another $2,100. It repeats at the 4th level. That's $4,800. It repeats at that 5th level. That's $9,700. That's over $18,000 a month in volume. I'm sorry. That's over $18,000 a month in income. See, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I can screw it up and still build a business. So there's hope for everybody. So when someone looks at that initially, they may think that $18,000 number is, wow, who could ever do that? Well, I guarantee you it's done in Relive. It's done all the time, coming out of the corporate offices and being a participant and seeing those businesses grow and working with the ambassadors that are out there that Relive has. That $18,000 a month happens all the time. You talk about life-changing. I don't know anyone who wouldn't appreciate having that type of income. And if you think you can't spend that money, trust me, you'll figure out a way to do it. And if you need help, we've always got the Cologris Foundation. Speaking of that, I want to point out that as you build your business and you're helping people reach that master affiliate level, Relive has a not brand new, but they've made some great improvements to the Cologris Foundation and to recognition that's associated with that. So when you do 16,000 points in your personal group volume, and that may sound like a lot, but think about it. If you've got 2 or 3 frontline masters that are doing 2,000 each, and you go out and help 2 people reach that master affiliate level, boom, you're in. When you do that, not only do you receive a Dr. Ted plaque, but you'll also feed 16 Relive Cologris Foundation kids for a month. How powerful is that? And let's take that to the next level. Let's say that we go out and we earn a Sandy Montgomery Award. And obviously that is close to me, close to our hearts. But when you do $30,000 a month, Relive will pay for 30 Relive Cologris Foundation kids to be fed for a month on your behalf. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff there. So keep those things in mind as you go out and build your business. And finally, there are cash bonuses and trips. And I've been on dozens and dozens of these trips. They are absolutely fantastic. In fact, Christina, are you still unmuted there?
I'm here.
So you made the mistake of sharing with me that Cancun trip. You want to share a little more about that?
I love sharing about my Cancun trip. Between me, Robert, and Lauren, we like to say how good the pina coladas were. Just nowhere can beat them, and you get the good chuckles and whatnot. But I really love sharing that I had only been in the business for maybe a few months and whatnot, and I was able to still go on a trip, all expense paid, a real vacation with my mom, who is actually part of my Relive story. So the Cancun trip will always be a momentous thing for me and part of my story to share with people.
You know, and I remember having dinner with you, and I remember you shared earlier morning how you haven't done very much traveling, but now you have the bug. Thanks
I
to
do. Mhm. So this Puerto
that's
Vallarta is gonna be so good.
so. Speaking of Puerto Vallarta, boom.
Oh.
Great lead-in. We really did not rehearse this, folks. That's just how simple
No.
this business is to do. So
Natural.
Right now, Relive has another fantastic opportunity to travel to someplace that everyone would love to go to, a dream vacation, a dream resort, and that's in Puerto Vallarta. And the beautiful thing about this challenge, everybody, is that it doesn't matter if you've been in the business for a day or for 27 years, you have an opportunity to go on this trip. So how it works is when you personally sponsor between August 1st and December 31st, 10 quick starts, and break 5 master affiliates, then you will qualify to go on this trip. It's that easy. And we do that just by doing what we're about to go into is just our IXAR method. It's just we're going to identify, we're going to connect, we're going to share, we're going to ask, and then we're going to repeat that over and over again. And so as we embrace the system, as we embrace what we do as Relive distributors, and we build our businesses, it's naturally just going to take us on a trip to one of the most beautiful places in the world. In addition to that, Relive is going to pay bonuses to the top 5 volume winners over that period. First place is going to get a $5,000 check. Second, $4,000. Third, $3,000. Fourth, $2,000. And fifth place will get a $1,000 bonus. So not only can you go on the trip of a lifetime and not spend a penny doing it, you're going to make money going on that trip. Who wouldn't love to do that? So a fantastic reason to be a part of this business and to be rewarded just for helping other people. So finally, there's the ambassador program. And this is, when you reach that $4,000 override for 2 consecutive months, Relive will invite you or may invite you to become an ambassador for the company. And this program, was something that I was very, very, very involved with on the corporate level. And I can tell you that becoming an ambassador is a tremendous honor. And just because you do the 4,002 consecutive months, if you're not really, truly dyed in the wool a part of what Relive is about, you won't get an invitation to participate. That's how careful the company is about protecting who they are and the message that they share. But I tell you what, being a part of that ambassador program will absolutely change your life. You get to spend a lot more time with the corporate leadership. You get additional recognition and additional bonuses for being an ambassador. And you get to rub elbows with some of the best people in the world. So let's get down to it, everybody. How do we succeed with Relive? How do we build a fantastic Relive business? Well, like we said, it's a simple process. There's a circle of success with some fundamental steps in it that we do every day that are going to fuel our business with new people. That is the key. New people, develop businesses, and change not just our lives, but the lives of every person that we touch. So the key to this circle of success is action. We need to keep in mind that doing something is better than thinking about something. All right. And I would much rather have someone go out and share Relive and not maybe do it perfectly, but share it with passion and excitement and give us an opportunity to talk about Relive than someone that thinks that sits down and wants to have their presentation perfect before they talk to anybody. So action is the key. We always want to be moving forward, and there are some daily fundamentals that we can do that are going to allow us to do that. Number one is we need to identify people that do not know about Relive. It's that simple. Now, some memory joggers maybe, do they need the product or do they need the business? That's fine. That can help us think of people. But the truth is, we just need people that don't know about Relive, that don't know about who we are. And so that expands the list exponentially. And don't be afraid to include the names of people that you know for a fact are not going to want to hear about what you have to share. Because I know for a fact that you're wrong, that you can't identify those people that aren't going to be a part of what you're doing because you really don't know. An example for us was Our kids played a lot of sports growing up. We got to be very, very, very good friends with a family of one of the teammates of our son, and they were living the dream. They had 4 beautiful kids and a great house and a couple of cars, and he had a good job, and life was good. And my son's sophomore year of high school, we discovered that they had tremendous financial problems, that they had lost their home to foreclosure and were going through the process of divorcing. And because of that tremendous young man that we had watched play baseball for 6 years with my son, he was no longer participating in any of these athletic events, and he lost out on some great opportunities there because of it. It breaks my heart that I failed to see the importance of what Relive had to offer them. It's something that keeps me up at night. That will not happen again. So don't think that the people that you know don't want to hear about what you have to share. They do. They need to hear about it, and they need the opportunity to make that choice for themselves. One thing, a great thing that Stephanie Collins taught us on a trip about 1.5 years ago with Relive was that she doesn't have a list of people to identify. She has a list of people to follow up with. And how she does that is, as soon as she thinks of someone that she knows doesn't know about Relive, she reaches out and makes a connection immediately. She doesn't put them on a list of people that she needs to talk to. That allows her to put them on a list of people that she needs to follow up with. So always keep that in mind. Identifying people to contact, identifying people that need to hear about Relive is as simple as do they or do they not know about Relive. Can you still hear me? I got a note here. Okay. All right. So after we've identified people that need to hear about Relive, we need to make connections. And those connections don't need to be, hey, Lauren, I'm a part of this great business called Relive. We really need to talk about it. I'm going to come over to your house and spend about an hour and a half or about 4 hours with you and go over everything. You know, we don't want to flood them with that. The real reason that we make a connection and the real reason that we're in this business is to help them. So in order to help them, we need to have a relationship with them. We need to, as we make those connections, share our excitements, our excitement maybe about what we do, but really the conversation primarily should be about them. What are you doing? What's going on new in your life? I was just thinking about you. I know that we haven't talked for a little while, and I just wanted to keep in touch. I wanted to see if we could spend some time together. The connection, and that even applies to people that you maybe meet who are brand new. You don't have to share Relive immediately. You need to make sure that they know how much you care about them. That's the beautiful part of what we do. We don't do this. Sure, there's a great business here. Sure, we're in this because we want to earn a great income. But the beautiful thing about that is I do that when I help other people achieve the same goal. So keep that in mind as you're making those connections. It's about them. And as you're spending time building those relationships, look for opportunities to set appointments. And you can use these company tools that we have to help you do that. Tremendous videos, brochures, online tools. Everything is now based, all of our web tools you can use with your phone and your mobile devices. There's no excuse not to look for an opportunity to share stories and to validate what you're doing with those other tools. But the purpose ultimately of making those connections is to find an opportunity to set an appointment and actually sit down and visit with them. Oh, I skipped a slide there, but there are a lot of things that you can do to initiate conversation with someone. But keep in mind, the most important thing to say is, how are you? What's going on in your life? Is there anything that I can do that can help you? By the way, I think I've got something that can do that. When can we sit down? So those are just some simple tools that you can use as you're making those connections to look for opportunities to set those appointments. But again, it's all about them. It's not about us. And then when we do get the appointment, it's important that we share everything that Relive offers. We obviously want to share our story. And you see that first thing there, that your why, your belief, your heart. People don't care what you know. They care whether or not you care. And so if I loved, what we heard earlier this morning about the whys. I want to make a mark. I have a moral obligation. Share those with people. That helps them understand how much you care about them, that this presentation isn't about you, it's about them. And then make sure that you share everything that Relive offers. We offer a tremendous product line. We offer a fantastic business opportunity. We've got a fantastic humanitarian arm. We've got a strong company. All of those parts of the Relive story are important for us to share. And use the presentation tools that are available to do that. I still love the opportunity books, but I also like to click on some of those videos that I can pull up right on my phone and share with people. You can go to relive.com/get started to find all of those tools that are available to you. Use webinars like we're doing now. Invite people to join you so that they get a better idea of what it is that we do. And always make sure that you look for opportunities to introduce other people from Relive to those folks that you're sharing Relive with. Whether that's your upline, your downline, your sideline, we are one big giant family, and I have yet to hear of anyone who doesn't have an interest in helping someone else to share the Relive story. And a big part of that sharing is to make sure that they're engaged in that presentation. And that comes back to how we made those connections. We know who they are. We know what's important to them. We know what they want out of life. And using those to engage them will help them see themselves as part of what we're doing. Use meetings and events, in-home parties, conference calls, other distributors. We've talked about all of these things, the video tool, the online tools. The beautiful thing about this system is you don't have to know it all. You just have to be honest and share your heart and how much you really care about them. And then finally, as you complete your presentation, don't be afraid to ask them for a decision. Hey, Quila, I really appreciate you spending some time with me this morning. Where do you see yourself? What do you want to do? And then be prepared to take action once they've made a decision. And that decision or that response that you get might be, well, would you explain the compensation plan to me again? Sure. Be ready and pull out that compensation plan tool and review that with them again, because they need a little more information so that they can find the best spot for them to get started. And whatever decision it is that they make to become involved in Relive, it's a fantastic decision. Whether it's, hey, why don't I get started on some of these new Fit 3 products, or I want a quick start, or let's go master affiliate. Any of those are great decisions to be a part of Relive, because we know that as they take those products and that they will eventually have to share what's going on, because they're going to see improvements in their life. They're going to be excited about it. People around them are going to see those improvements, and a business is going to bloom from that. But be ready to help people get started. Have tools available to you. Have product on hand. And make sure that you're ready to be a business person and take them to that next step. So, as when someone says, yeah, you know what, I want to get started, we've asked questions, we've listened to them. Hey, you expressed to me a desire to lose weight. We've got a great product for that. Hey, you shared with me the fact that your knees hurt when you get up in the morning. We've got a great nutritional supplement that can help you with that. And these super packs of Now and Classic are still and will always be cornerstones of what we do. That basic nutrition will change people's lives. We talk about Fit 3 a lot, and people want to lose weight, me being one of them. But when you start to make those dietary changes for them, help them to eat better, help them to take products that are going to help them instead of hurt them. I don't have anything against coffee, don't get me wrong. I'm not picking on coffee. But people will go to the store and spend to a Starbucks and spend $3 on a latte or a coffee, when they could have spent that same amount of money putting really great nutrition into their body. So that comes down, during that decision process. A lot of times people might have an objection because the price is just too high. They think that it's too expensive. Well, I can contradict that. I can support the pricing on our products all day long, because you're making a choice to feed your body good things or not good things. Where you're spending that money is that choice that you're making. We can help you make the choice to put good things in your body and get great results. not just a 2-hour bump from the caffeine, right? We can give you life-changing results. So always be prepared to share the products with folks and help them to make the right decision to get started in the business. And obviously, you know, we do a lot of visiting with people who have families. Hey, you know you're going to want your wife to take this. You know you're going to want your kids to take this. I know that, you know, you've been spending time at your mom's house. She just came out of hip surgery. You know that she needs products. So, and that also stimulates that business opportunity because they start seeing the value in everyone that they know taking these products, because everybody can benefit from them. And then when they make that decision to become a distributor or a master affiliate and build a business, get them started immediately on. An obvious thing for me is we've already got an opportunity or have done an application. We've already got them signed up online. We've got product going. We really now want to get started with who do you know who might want to join you in this business, or who do you know that doesn't know about Relive, or who do you know that needs these products, and we immediately get them started on that list. And as we do that presentation, the powerful part of using the presentation application, I'm reading some of these chat comments, and it's got me off course because I'm cracking up here. As we help them make those decisions to get in the business and to get started with the products, always remember that you now have an obligation to follow up with them, to help them to, and even if they don't make a decision to get involved in the business, follow-up is going to be a key to maintaining that growth and to maintaining those relationships. If someone tells me no, that doesn't mean that I stop building a relationship with them. If you're genuine in what you're doing, that relationship will continue to grow and doors will open down the road. So always be prepared to, and willing to do great follow-up, and use common sense when you're visiting with folks. And always remember that what we do is about them. But let's be prepared to get them registered, to get them started on their lists, and to basically say, hey, you mentioned that your mom needs these products. Let's give her a call right now. Take action. Okay? We've talked about it over and over again. And that action is going to be a key to their success. And the sooner that they take action, the more probable it is that they're going to be more involved in building that business. The sooner they see that someone drank a shake and called them the next day and said, man, I slept better last night than I have in 20 years. Those are fantastic benefits, and help them see the benefit and the power of what it is that they're doing. And make sure that you're, again, sharing, looking for opportunities as they do that to introduce them to other people that are in Relive and share the stories. Okay? Lots of tools that are out there that you can help them become familiar with. Again, relive.com/get started is absolutely the place that we take our brand new people so that they can see all of the assets that are available to them. We get them involved in the social media group, the Facebook groups that are out there. Fit3 has done a marvelous job of generating activity for us there. But never underestimate the power of a simple brochure that you can leave with them with your card on it that explains what it is that Relive does. And then just continue to do those same things every day. You know, our daily activity should always be about identifying, contacting, and looking for opportunities to set appointments and share. We can share via one-on-ones or two-on-ones. We can take them to in-home meetings. I know that the Lairds do a great job with in-homes. Make sure that the upline's involved. There are lots of webinars and things that are out there. Corporate does a fantastic job of providing story calls for us, product calls, webinars. And again, relive.com/get started. Spend a lot of time there. Don't spend all your time there, but spend time there so that people are comfortable with and familiar with what it is that they need to be doing to actually build their business. You're not going to make money sitting online staring at that. You're going to make money, and you're going to change lives when you talk to people. So always keep that in mind. And there is a business cycle to what we do. We just came out of a fantastic conference in Chicago. They still have mats on here, but we have business builder schools that are taking place all around the country, special events. And always remember, those are opportunities, whether it's in your backyard or not, to introduce new people to Relive. Another fantastic thing about what we do. If you know someone who's in California, but you live in St. Louis, Missouri, there's a meeting that you can invite them to. So make sure that you're making those connections and you're reaching out and you're using those tools to change people's lives. Now, we have a couple of opportunities coming up to build for. We've got the Experience Relive Live events that are taking place on the East Coast and the West Coast this year. Relive is going to be hosting an event right there in Anaheim, California, April 20th and 21st, and then in Orlando, Florida, in October on the 12th and 13th. Relive is doing this because they want to try to give everyone an opportunity to get to these conferences, and because conferences change lives. They change how you see yourself in the business. They change how you see the opportunity of the business. They change how you view what these products do for people, because you hear such fantastic stories and spend time with just the best people on the earth. So make sure that you're looking for an opportunity to get to at least one of those events. And if you're out there on that West Coast, Anaheim's not a bad place to be in April. And if you're on the East Coast, Orlando's not a bad place to be in October. So take advantage of those events and grow your business. And make sure that you're constantly engaging with your team. You always want to look for an opportunity to keep a library of stories. And going to those conferences is a great way to do that. Share your card, get their card, jot some notes on the back what their story is, and always look for opportunities to use those as you share Relive. And as you do these things, you're going to become ambassadors. You're on this call this morning because you're committed to what you're doing. You're serious about what you're doing. You're already ambassadors. We just haven't gotten that title earned yet. But you're doing all of those great things. And great ambassadors build great relationships. Make sure that you always know what's going on in Relive. No reason not to. You can sign up for the email and text alerts so that you're always aware of what's happening. You can always go to the web page. And you can always talk to other distributors to see what's going on. And then make sure that you're setting goals. Review that road to presidential. Relive made some fantastic improvements to the compensation plan now. Now, to advance in those levels, you can, to advance to key director or senior director, master director, your wholesale and retail profits now count towards earning those positions. So stretch your thinking. Don't see yourself as just a key director or just a senior director. See yourself as a triple platinum presidential director. It happens. It happens. All it takes is consistency, time, effort, and caring. All right? And then just do that same thing that you're doing over and over and over again. Embrace that simplicity of our process. Embrace the repetitiveness of it. You may have told your Relive story 1,000 times, but that person that's listening to you now is hearing it for the first time. Okay? You may have taken 1,000 shakes this month. That shake someone else is taking is the first one that they're taking today. Embrace that simplicity. Embrace that duplication, because that's what's going to build successful distributorships. Now, coming back to the why. There's a reason that I have why as a question here, because a lot of times when we meet people or when we're getting to know people, people will ask me, "What do you do?" There's a difference between what and why. If I tell them what I do is I work from home and I sell nutritional products and help other people sell nutritional products, what does that invoke in them? How do they see what I do? But if they ask me what I do, and my response is my why, and our why is we have a passion for improving families' lives by offering them hope through better health and better financial success. Which one of those is the true me? Which one of those is going to help people see what Relive is? Is it the what that I do, or is it the why I do it? Keep that in mind. People will be attracted to your why more than your what. I'll give you an example. I've got a very, very good friend that was a coach of my son on a baseball team, and he works for a petroleum company. Makes great money. And I asked him, when we got to know each other several years ago, it was, hey, What do you do? And this was before I figured out the importance of why. What is it that you do? Well, I work with the real estate department, and I acquire land and for the oil companies so that they can drill and research. And I then a few months later I said, so why do you do what you do? He said, I do it just for the paycheck. What kind of a why is that? What kind of a life is that to live? Doing something just for the pay. He did not like what he did. He didn't get any fulfillment from what he did. He didn't feel like he was contributing in any way because of what he did. His why was simply monetary. Now, as a father, as a husband, even as a mother or a wife, I understand the need to provide for your family. That is a huge why for me. Is, I need to provide for my family. But to sacrifice everything else about yourself for that thing, we can do better. We can do better. Relive has the answer. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you spending time here on a Saturday morning when you could be doing any number of other things? I have a passion for improving families' lives by offering them hope through better nutrition, better health, and better financial freedom. That's my why. Thank you for being here this morning. Really, really appreciate it. Any questions, any feedback? Anybody else want to share their whys with us this morning?
Hello.
Hello. Here's another good why. Puerto Vallarta. Anything from anyone?
Hello? Not letting me talk. Not hearing
Nope,
me.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm in the East Coast. I'm Catherine Moran, and this was really, really great. That is my why, to make a difference in people's lives. It's been since the beginning. The first year in it, I won a Dr. Ted's plaque. I won my 5th one this May because that's my goal, to make a difference, not just in our lives, in our families, but also in those who don't even have basic nutrition and need hope like nothing. Like it's the most important thing. It gives you such a purpose-driven desire to go forward, even when rough things come in your life. So thank you for this training. It was absolutely great. You better believe I'm going to be sharing this with other people. So thank you all.
Outstanding. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else? I'm going to take that as a no.
Thanks for the training this morning. Good job.
Well, my pleasure. It's for us. This isn't training. This is life building, right?
Yes, this is part of my life.
I love it. I love it. All right, everyone. The goal now is to go find somebody to share Relive with, right? Let's all go to Puerto Vallarta together.
I'll see some.
Yeah, I'll keep the powder dry.
Keep the powder dry. Hey, and along that line, our thoughts and our prayers are with those who are going to be dealing with some pretty bad weather down there in Texas. If there's anything that Lisa and I can do for you, please let us know. All our kids are gone. We have empty bedrooms. You just have to get to St. Louis. So, all right, everyone.
All right.
Let's go make a difference.
Great weekend.
Thank you, Ron.
You bet. Thank you.